Hello everyone, my name is MSAshiking and today we're going to be playing The Sims 4. More specifically, we're going to be doing a build challenge, sort of. We're going to be building a bedroom for two teenage Sims, but they're twins with opposite personalities. So let's see how this goes. Alright, for these two Sims, I'm going to spin this wheel to give us the aesthetics that these Sims are going to have. So let's spin it for the first one. Okay, so first sim is going to be cottagecore. The next sim will be grunge. Okay, so we're going to have a cottagecore and grunge sim bedroom that we're going to have to cut in half. I'm going to do some quick research on Pinterest to get some inspo, and I will be with you in just a moment. Okay, so I have Pinterest pulled up here. We're looking at grunge bedroom aesthetic, so that way we can kind of get a idea of what it's going to be. I feel like this and cottagecore are gonna match pretty well. I'm seeing a lot of vinyl, lots of moons, lots of RGB lighting, lots of layers really, and dark colors, which is really good. Honestly, these two aesthetics fit our challenge really well. Okay, so I have the cottagecore aesthetic pulled up on my Pinterest as well, and this looks like it's going to be a lot of layers, lots of fairy lights, kind of like grunge. I can see how the two would match, kind of. Lots of cozy vibes going on, and I'm seeing like an insect theme, so maybe we can tie in some insects, and a lot of plants, so we're definitely going to mix in some plants as well. Alright, so I have the game pulled up here. I just have a normal 20 by 30 lot, and I'm just going to do some squares like always. If you know me, then you know I like to do squares to kind of just get a layout of my builds. I'm going to be doing a 6 by 5 room, and then I'm going to be adding 2 extra rooms here. One of them is going to be a bathroom, and then one of them is going to be a closet. I'm just going to pick the simplest door I can find, so like this one here, and I'm just going to pop these inside so that way we can have a basic layout kind of going around in this bedroom. I'm going to make this the main side of the house that's kind of facing the exterior, so this one needs some windows. I'm just going to use these base game windows and put these over here. I'm thinking maybe this side can be our cottagecore sim, because a lot of the inspiration I was seeing on Pinterest was lots and lots of natural lighting. And then fairy lights, of course. So I'm going to find a just natural wood tone now. I kind of like this one from Get Famous, so I'm going to just put that down here and then put it in this room as well, because I want that to be our closet. And just a simple tile in the bathroom. I like this one because it's like a navy and it's darker, a good mix of the two aesthetics. For the walls, I just want to do something simple, so I'm just gonna grab this plain basic standards wall, and then on the opposite walls I'm gonna be doing 2 different wall colors that kind of just, you know, speak the vibes of each aesthetic. So for the cottagecore side, I'm going to be doing green, and then for the grunge side, I'm going to be doing this dark navy blue. So we have our feature walls picked out to determine what sides we want our Sims to be on. Now, I am seeing a lot of curtains on all of our inspiration, and since this is our cottagecore side, I definitely want to use the plant curtains from the plant kit, so I'm going to make sure I use these. Now I want to find, I know a couple packs have some kind of like sheer curtains and everything. I know this one from high school years has a sheer thing and then some ruffles, so I am going to go ahead and use this on both windows. And now I just need to pick a color that I like for these. I think I just want to go with the simple gold and gray one. And now I'm going to put the plants right on top of them, sizing them down one time and just kind of placing them over the tops of these curtains that we already have. I just think that looks so classy and elegant. Now I need to find a nice bed that's a little on the smaller side but still pretty cute. I need to find something that's kind of layery and just looks cottagey and doesn't look too preppy or anything. I'm thinking this single bed from high school years could really work out. I'm going to put it over here by our window and we're going to look at a couple color options. Honestly, we can do this one. It matches the curtains perfectly. I am going to alt place it a little closer to the wall here and away from those curtains. This looks a lot better and a little more professional. Alright, since this is going to be a split bedroom, I want something in the middle here that they can both use. So I think I'm just going to be putting one of the TV entertainment centers from Tiny Living. I'm going to put one of these here in the middle and I'm just going to use one of the more basic colors that it comes with. I'm thinking maybe this brown and white one here could really work. The Sims can use this as a bookshelf, a stereo, and a TV, so it works really well and saves us some room in our already kind of cramped bedroom, as we do have 2 Sims that we need to fit in this room. Another thing that I was seeing a lot in my inspo was like big, comfy, fluffy rugs. So I'm just going to take this one from Snowy Escape and size it up a couple times and put it on the side of the bedroom. And I'm also going to go into lighting and get some fairy lights because I was seeing a lot of fairy lights in the inspo as well. We're going to be doing a lot of layering on these windows, but that's okay. I think I'm going to put these fairy lights around the entire room because I was seeing inspo in both the grunge and the cottagecore aesthetics that had fairy lights, so I'm going to go ahead and place those really quickly. Alright, now that we have those placed, I think the room looks a little more like each of the aesthetics. Now we need to find a couple more things that kind of just bring the room together a little more. So I'm going to pull up my inspiration again just to kind of figure out what else this room needs. I'm thinking we're going to need some shelves, maybe, and since there's teen Sims, I'm also going to be placing a backpack up in here. I am going to size it up a little bit because it looks really small for a backpack. And let's look at its different options. You know, I think the cow plant works really well. It gives us a little more green in here. I am going to go into surfaces and look at a couple shelves because I'm seeing a lot of different like shelving and storage in these bedrooms as well. We're going to place the bed here in the middle instead, just so that way I can use this because I think it works really well. I think I'm just going to do the color it comes with and we will live with it. I think we're doing pretty well so far. We definitely need some plants in here though because I am seeing so many different like plants and everything in this aesthetic. I'm going to use this plant over here. I'm going to use this one. That looks good. I like that. I'm going to get a like comfy chair over somewhere just so that way she's got a place that she can watch her TV. I kind of want to do like a comfy beanbag chair. So I'm going to do this gray one here. And I'm going to put one over here because I also want to use one for our grunge sim as well. We can kind of just place this here at the foot of the bed, so that way they can watch their show. And like I said, I'm going to get another shelf over here in the corner to put this plant on. Actually, instead, I'm going to get just a small desk to put over here. For a chair, I'm just going to use this one from Cottage Living and then change the color. Now we just have a little place for the sim to do some homework, maybe some arts and crafts. I might add this cute little bunny on the desk or somewhere else in the room. I think I'm going to add the bunny up here next to this little dog plant that I added. You know, we can kind of layer these pillows that we got onto the bed because lots of layers is a big cottagecore aesthetic I'm seeing a lot of. So we're going to do that and size one down and change the color up. I'm trying to think of what else maybe this side of the room could need. I feel like we need something darker over here. See, as I'm scrolling through, I'm finding things that I'm going to want to use for the grunge aesthetic as well. Maybe we just need to find a plant picture of something. I don't know. I don't want to clutter this corner, but this corner feels like it needs something. Ooh, maybe this above the bed instead of these plants. We're going to ignore the fact that it's two different color swatches for the woods. And just gonna do those there. But like I said, this corner is still missing something for me. So I'm gonna turn the plant and I'm going to add a little side table. I think we're just gonna add this one here and we can just shrink down that plant and add a cute little lamp. This one's really good and it brings in more plants as well. And I think that's gonna be our cottage side. She is definitely interesting, really cozy. If I was cottagecore, I would really love to be in this room. So now we're going to move on to her sister, who has a grunge aesthetic. Now, I kind of already placed a couple, like 2 different things that I want to use on the side of the room. Mainly just the same beanbag and some CDs because I'm seeing a lot of CD aesthetics and everything in the grunge bedrooms that I was looking at. Lots of posters and again, a lot of layers. So let's find a bed that works with those. Ooh, we can use a different high school years bed. I like this one. It's got some storage options and it kind of looks like some of the inspo that I'm looking at. We can either do this black or this navy and red, and honestly I'm kind of grooving with the navy and red, so we're going to use that. We're going to go ahead and move their beanbag over here next to their sisters so they can both watch their show. I'm just going to leave this as a walkway here for the Sims to go around. I'm also seeing a lot of like drapery and everything around the room, so maybe we can do some of that with these curtains. What if we did these and changed them to a different color? Kind of like that color, and just put them on both sides. And we're going to put these CDs on top. Oh, and it's a good thing this one has a multiple different swatches of things, so we can use it multiple times. On this wall, it looks a little plain, so I'm going to add some posters. Ooh, this could also work instead because I'm seeing a lot of tapestries as well. I think I'm going to do a red over here and get rid of these or move these. And because I found that, we can move all of the vinyl and everything over here and kind of do a vinyl wall. I'm also going to add another swatch of that tapestry in here, just kind of going down the side here, and we're going to add a poster as well. I feel like this wall needs to be a different color. Like, it just doesn't match the vibes. I feel like it needs to be gray instead, or maybe like a dark brown. I'm going to switch the light up for this brown because I feel like it just suits the room a little better. I'm also going to find a carpet for this side of the room that looks grungy. I'm just going to use this rug. It looks like it's thrifted and I feel it works really well with the space. I'm going to put it on an angle just to, you know, kind of go along with the room. Maybe they're a little bit rebellious, so they're trying to reach a little into their sister's side of the room as well. And I'm also going to get a side table for them really quickly. Maybe we can do these suitcases and change the colors of them to be like that. And we're gonna find a nice sculpture to go on the table as well. I feel like the Grim Reaper gnome would be kind of cool somewhere, so I'm gonna put him over here in the corner to fill up that space. Maybe I can do like a cute record player on the side table here, putting it on an angle and changing the color of it to this nice deep red, because I'm seeing a lot of like reds and stuff on the grunge. I'm thinking these are a little too light and they're not working with the idea that I have in mind. I'm changing up the swatches for the things that I have on the wall here because I feel like it just suits the room a little better, and I'm gonna switch some things around as well. I feel like this suits the room a lot better and goes along with the style more. I am just gonna copy her sister over here and by taking another one of these desks, but we're going to find a different chair and something to do. I feel like this plain office chair just kind of fits the style, so I'm gonna use that one. And I'm gonna go in with some clutter items just to make it feel, I guess, a little more grungy. There's a lot of like shoes that I'm seeing in the inspo as well, so I'm going to be placing those. I'm going to put this here just to kind of like add more layers. And of course we have Boyd in the house, if you cannot tell. He is being so needy, as always, aren't you? Maybe we can do some like clothing piles around as well. I feel like grunge can tend to be a little messier. I'm trying to find some clutter that works in here as well. Ooh, I feel like that works better than that box there. Maybe we could also do like the telephone somewhere. Just doing some random things here and there that I feel kind of match the aesthetic some. I'm trying to figure out what this is missing. I'm looking at some more of the inspiration, and it could be the fact that the room needs some more black or needs some more like RGB maybe more flannel. Or just a lot more clutter. I am just gonna go ahead and make this black. Maybe their chair can also be black and flannel. You know what I think we're missing? I think we're missing like a guitar or something. I think I'm gonna do this signed guitar. And I'm gonna place it just on the end of the bed there. I think I'm just gonna call the room at that. This is our grunge side. It's messy. We've got some shoes everywhere. We've got a pile of clothes hidden behind the bed and the guitar. We've got vinyls everywhere. Lots of layering. Honestly, I don't think it's the best comprehension of grunge, but it's what I think I can pull off at this time. Maybe I can come back and do this again. But we are going to move into our closet and our bathroom as well, just so that way I don't forget about it. Because I'm going to be honest, I think I almost forgot about it. I'm just going to do like a walk-in and have both sides have these closets from Get Together, and they both be different colors. And honestly, I'm going to change this door out for an archway because I feel like it works a little better, and I'm just going to copy the same wallpaper and call it that for our closet. And now I'm going to go into the bathroom, and honestly I think this just checkered board works really well. If I'm going to do the checkerboard on the walls, then I might as well just do it on the floors as well. And we're going to get a toilet, sink, and a full-blown tub and shower combo up in here because I feel it's what we need. To narrow down the packs kind of, I'm just going to use the base game dual shower because it's simple and it honestly goes with both Sims styles and aesthetics. I'm going to get just a simple toilet here and a simple sink as well that goes along with both of the Sims aesthetics, which honestly is just going to be this nice sink from Parenthood. Though honestly, with these being teenage girls, they're going to need a mirror, and there's no mirrors at all in their bedroom. So I'm going to put a nice one over the top of the sink instead of having the window. And I think maybe we're gonna do one that looks like a medicine cabinet. We're gonna do this brown one here and raise it up some. We're gonna put the toilet paper holder as well, and we need a towel rack. I'm just putting things or accessories where I think they would fit the best, and we can do a calendar in here as well, just so the girls have some way to keep track. And like I said, I didn't really put any mirrors anywhere, so I'm just gonna put a mirror in here. And I'm gonna do this busted one from Werewolves just to add in a little more grunge into the build. And just like that, I think we're done with our build. So going in, we have our grunge side to our left. We've got some posters, some vinyls, lots of like darker colors and lots of flannel as well. I honestly don't think I did the greatest job with this side. Just let me know in the comments. And if we turn around, we have our cottagecore side. Lots of green, lots of plants. We've got a nice little bunny over here. And I think it's pretty nice for a cottagecore room. I've never really done either of these styles before, so I think I did a good job. Now moving on over here, we just have a simple closet. One girl has one closet and the other one has that one, and we've got this broken mirror from Werewolves to add a little bit more of a grunge aesthetic. And the bathroom is just a simple little family bathroom with a stand-up shower and tub combo with a toilet and sink. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Let me know in the comments if you like this kind of content and you want to see more. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!